Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are out there. I am Marius Historicus, your local time lost lecturer, and today we are going to be hopefully finishing up Sniper Elite 4. Uh, this is a long time coming. I've been not exactly the most reliable person for streaming. That's largely due to work, I'll be quite honest. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been absolutely slammed. And when I finally have a moment to breathe to myself, I just want to lay down on the couch or on the bed and just forget about life for a little while. So that is why I've kind of been MIA with the current state of the world. My job, it kind of demands a little bit more attention out of me than I would like. I would like to be doing a whole lot of other stuff, but unfortunately, when I signed up for this particular job, they did not tell me that I could, just have a social life on a whim, right? So that's kind of where we are right now. In terms of kind of some future stuff before we really get into the game, finishing up our little Italian resistance arc and maybe getting a little closer to figuring out what the big evil German plan is. A couple things kind of going forward. Starting on or about the end of April, I will effectively be taking a hiatus. I'm actually moving for my next job, and I will be kind of without most of my possessions. So I think monitor, computer desk, kind of all my setup, right, for at least a couple of months, just because I need to pack up all my stuff. I need to get moved from point A to point B. I need to finish up everything in my current job, and then I need to actually move myself to my new job. So that is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. That said, I am still going to be working towards the military engineering survey. I just need a little bit of time to actually sit down and write the stuff about the Roman legions, who were probably the foremost military engineers of the classical ancient world, at least in Europe. There's a whole lot of military engineering that occurred in Asia at around the same time, but it's like comparing an apple to a rutabaga. They were operating in very different military, social, political, geographical context. So you can't really compare the two. All you can do is compare their immediate geographic and political contemporaries to see what the differences are, right? But I am almost done with that. I think we have a pretty good mix of, building stuff, destroying stuff, um, getting around things, kind of all of the tasks that a military engineer is supposed to do. Following that, another idea that I am working kind of slowly and steadily towards is a uh, staff ride style overview of a lesser known American campaign, the Bunagona campaign in 1942 to 1943, roughly time concurrent with the Battle of Kasserine Pass, but not many people know about that. And it's a very different campaign, has a lot of very different lessons from it that the American Army found valuable going forward in the Pacific theater. Again, context is everything, right? You focus on the lessons that apply to your theater, you don't necessarily care about what the rest of the Army does outside your theater. Kind of the way it goes since time immemorial. And then following that, based on a suggestion from someone on Twitter, I'd like to kind of take a look into the rise of the Ptolemaic dynasty. That is very much outside my wheelhouse, but it was requested because, hey, ancient Egypt, right? It's like that kind of bridges the gap between what we consider classical ancient Egypt with the pharaohs, the pyramids, and everything, and into the Ptolemaic dynasty, which kind of closed out Egypt's chapter as a major independent power prior to the rise of Rome. So that's kind of what the broad overview in a nutshell for the next several months. I'm on hiatus. I'm going to be very doggedly using my libraries and all my resources to finish up the lectures that I promised you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more than just play video games for y'all. However, without further ado, let's get into Sniper Elite 4, right? So, in case we kind of forgot where we were in life, we are going to be finishing up hopefully, the campaign, right? So this is going to be the Fiorni Mansion mission. So the partisans have launched a full-scale assault on Giovi Fiorini, the base of Major Klaus Rothbauer, a leading figure in the local Nazi hierarchy, close confidant of Boom. OSS think Rothbauer has crucial information concerning Boom's plans for the Nazis' new missile. As well as retrieving the intel and dealing with Rothbauer, they'll need to help the partisans in their assault on the interrogation block before it's too late. No stress at all, right? Yes, hello, creature. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but my cat is currently demanding pets. Yes, hello, you're very cute. I'm working, though. So, we did use the Deliza Carbine before. As we saw, though, that has a relatively low zoom. It takes a lot of shots to take someone down, because again, it essentially uses just a 45 ACP round. So, we're going to take a look and kind of see what it is we want, right? So we could use the good old 1903 Springfield bolt-action rifle. We could use the SVT-38. Well, this would be a completely anachronistic weapon for time period, right? Well, the setting, more appropriately. This was supplanted post-Winter War by the SVT-40, which was of slightly thicker construction. The cleaning rod that we see here along the side of the rifle in the stock is moved to a more traditional position underneath the stock, and it is a slightly easier construction for a conscript-based arm to fill. The SVT-40 was actually supposed to be the new rifle for the Red Army, but Operation Barbarossa and the invasion of the Soviet Union disrupted that. So they kept the Mosin Nagant rifle throughout the war, with the SVT-40 and later the AVT-40, just an automatic fire conversion of the rifle, were still kept around, but they were not largely common in frontline use. Fun fact, Lyudmila Pavlichenko, one of the most successful female snipers in the Red Army, was gifted a scoped SVT-40 in recognition of her early efforts during the war. Having personally owned and shot one of these rifles, they are very cool, they are interesting, but they're definitely maintenance hogs, right? Like, they're still more fragile than you'd expect out of most World War II weapons, and there's little intricacies I can get into later if I'm able to ever do like a hand cam stream or something and show off a little bit of my arsenal. So we have the M1 Garand, or Garand, Garand, whatever we're gonna call it. I've never actually used the Ross, I don't think, yeah, because I don't have any of the upgrades done on it. The Winchester 1895, that's a fun one, right? I've never used Swedish Mauser. The ZH-29, ooh, this is a very interesting rifle, right? Let me see, what do I need to do for this? 10 environmental kills for a damage, and 10 liver shots for stability. You know what? I don't know if we're gonna do that. The Gewehr I've never actually used. Interesting. And then, what about the Lee Enfield? What do I need to do? Alright, 5 shot trap kills. Yeah, that's really hard. It would, however, be super easy. Well, maybe not with this one, but it is kind of required, right? Yeah, we're just going to go with a night camouflage skin on this one. Everyone likes the Lee Enfield. It's a great rifle. I have a number 4 Mark II myself, just minor improvements to the Mark I, and it's a wonderful beast of a weapon. Love this thing. Still have the HDM. We still have the MKB-42, or med packs, or grenades, or TNT, and everything else here. So you know what? I think we're going to start this game. Yeah, pro tip, if you see someone storm out of interrogation, you go find them. You don't just leave them to their own devices. Especially because resistance members, by and large, are amateurs, right? You don't need them to go off half cocked and do something dramatically stupid. So let's see what this idiot had to say. Oh, that sucks. But not unanticipated, right? If his liver's about to fail, he is on a strict timeline, so that means he gotta debrief and interrogate as much as he can. Nah, so of course he lies to her.
Carla, the things they did to our people in that place. You cannot imagine.
Why did she trust Kessler?
The details. He knew too much about her father's kidnapping, Carla. Plus,
What?
Sophia doesn't trust you. Or Weaver. She thinks you betrayed her, like the OSS betrayed their father.
By not preventing the kidnapping, by not attempting to rescue?
Exactly.
Carl, the partisans have done us a huge favor.
What do you mean?
Well, Kessler, he told Sophia her father's still alive and being held in an interrogation block somewhere in Giovi Fiorini.
Rothbauer.
You got it. This is the distraction we needed. We know Rothbauer and Bohm met about a week ago. Rothbauer is, Bohm's confidant.
In my opinion, high-up Nazis don't talk. They'd rather swallow cyanide.
Rothbauer's just a pawn. See, what we need is evidence of Bohm's plan.
Well, so that's kind of where we stand, right? Everyone's run around. They've done the worst possible thing in the world they could have done, right?
Red Fox calling Mother Hen. Red Fox calling Mother Hen.
Receiving you, Red Fox. Intercept and destroy truck carrying enemy propaganda. Out.
Red Fox. Out.
All right, let's kick this. Yep, so naturally you have to come in and pick up the pieces. So this is, I'm sure, going to be a wonderful time. All right. Let's see. There are multiple encampments. Intelligence, the sniper, and Rothbauer. So these are the two primary objectives. So I'm just gonna wait for him to wander in a little closer. Bam. Back to the familiar route of just looting everything possible. Oh, there's a med kit right there, it looks like.
This will come in very useful.
Okay. Something else over there. That's a satchel of some sort. So got a couple soldiers here. And right there. Normally headshots could not be done this easily. Essentially, this is just a suppressed 22 caliber pistol. It's not like the Well-Rod, which I think was a 45 with a very heavy suppressor on it. However, the HDM did have a reputation for being near silent as well as extremely accurate. So we're just going to take advantage of this fact, right? Let's see if we're able to find... Oh, there are some people down here. I wasn't hallucinating when I thought that. He's just on the other side of the trees. So we just need to sneak in just a smidgen. Hopefully he's not looking in our direction. Oh, almost looking in our direction. That could have been bad. So 13 meters, not impossible for a skilled pistolero.
I think I've grabbed all I can.
See, that's the mansion right there. There's the next guy. Oh, that's an officer. Very carefully. See. And this is less than ideal. Because now everyone's aware that there was someone here because they heard unsuppressed shooting. However, with a bold flanking maneuver, we can fix that problem. To a degree. Even though we're now at less ammunition than when we started. Oof. Normally that would have killed me. So, don't do that, kids. Alright, which means someone is still seeing me.
Can't find anything else.
Oh, and we got a small patrol here. So, good to know. See, we got 4 magazines total for the Lee Enfield, which is good. Ammunition is good. We like ammo.
this name on it.
Hmm.
Hoffentlich kann ich heute Nacht schlafen.
Oh, that's a sniper right there. 520 meters away. So, bang up shot, but now everyone's aware there's somebody here. Because we could work our way south. Well, from south to north.
That boat is a menace.
We might be able to do this. It's kind of far for a pistol shot. Yep. However, he is obliging by getting closer to me. Whoops. Well, that was useless. So we'll just do this. Let's pick everyone off one by one. Just gonna reload super quick.
No more to find here.
If you receive this, then I must be dead. Don't grieve for me, beloved family. Instead, you must rejoice. I was in Italy doing the Fyodor's bidding. Know that my death will make Germany's eventual victory all the more definitive. Oof. It's almost a caricature of last letters, glory to the leader and all that. But there were some people who genuinely believed that on all sides, dying for king and country, or whatever your preferred term for it was. There we go. And you, because you're already alerted, I'm not going to waste a rifle round on you. I will do that, though.
That's all.
Right, no way I can get up into a tower. I believe. Yeah, nothing. So now we're just going to be shooting uphill, it looks like. Not ideal, but we can make that work. Really critical. Find a way to take out the spotter. So I do not want artillery to come down on me. Pops his head up. Like so. That's pretty in there. Oh, thank you for being very obliging right now.
Judging by the security, that must be Rothbauer's mansion.
So we got several more here. That guy's at the top of the stairs. So we're going to be a dick. hiding in a bush and just waiting for him to come on down.
Nothing else to find.
And the same thing here. Ooh, that's a Jaeger. Damn it. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna relocate ever so slightly. Went right by me. That's weird.
Think I've grabbed all I can.
Like he was legit staring right at me. Circling around for some reason.
This'll come in very useful.
How do we do this now? I know. Like so. I'm not saying that this is realistically how it would happen, because this is a video game, right? Um, whoops. So they got Overwatch up there. I can't allow that. I can, however, loot this guy super quick.
That's all.
Looks like we got somebody else. Trying to make their way in. There's, all right, he's right there behind that column and looking in my direction. Ooh, someone's shooting. That's a gun battle. A rather serious one by the sound of it. Ooh. That was a dumb idea. Ooh, that gun battle sounds like it's almost over. Oh, nope, still going.
Can't find anything else. Rothbauer's got evidence of Bohm's plan. Need to find it.
Right. Just up the trail. No. They're still going. Oof. I was told to write this to you in case I died. I love you very much, Mother. I am very sorry I went away to war and got killed. Look after the puppies for me. Oof, that hits really close to home.
That gun emplacement needs to be dealt with. should stay in with the partisans, or use it as a distraction.
And see? Partisans have now secured this area. Good for them, right? Well.
No more to find here.
Oh. Oh, Lucio Baptiste. Whoopsies. Well, his wife is now a widow and his child is an orphan. I'm sorry, buddy. Yep. In case you forgot, that was one of the mafia affiliated resistance fighters. So that's extremely unfortunate for him. You can occasionally save him. Um, Depends on being just a little quicker than I was. And I missed from right there. That's embarrassing.
Da war doch ein Geräusch.
Oh, wow, that was super embarrassing. I just completely died. I'm sorry, buddy.
Maybe I should stay and help him fight.
Nope, Lucio's dead, man. Nothing in here.
Guess I grabbed everything useful. Nothing else to find.
Right there. Cuxhaven. Dear Agatha, I guess that's me done for then. Shame. We never did get that trip to Cuxhaven, I promised you. Keep the photograph of me by the bed, my love, so you don't forget. Yeesh. Again, much more realistic last letter than, all glory to the leader, Fuhrer, whatever you want to call him. No, you don't. You don't see me. I do not exist. They're somewhere around here. Oh, they're inside. That's why. Ooh. Ooh, dead civilians. Never good. Oh, that's a mine. We're just going to disarm that.
This will come in very useful.
Oh, that's another one. Oh, shit. This bone no matter what way I go then. Don't need you.
Think I've grabbed all I can.
Let's take a look. Seeing any traps? Not seeing anything further. Oh, shotgun. We're just going to get rid of that radio operator. Okay. So up the stairs we go. Not seeing any further traps. Major Rothbauer promised me some target practice. As I read this, I can see the partisans approaching. Looks like the Major was as good as his word. Better get to work. 25 August 1943. So for context, this is shortly before the complete liberation of Sicily. Oh. That's a lot of dead partisans and shot up. Oof, they walked right into an ambush. Which is pretty much what we assumed would happen. So that's a lot of partisans. And he's going to come running right on up. As I saw someone moving over there. Formaggio di Sansalini. Huh. Yep, trying to push through the kill zone. Good instinct. He's going to come right to the same spot. Knowing the AI.
This will come in very useful.
Hmm. Yeah, that got completely obliterated.
The partisans. It's a bloodbath.
I'll say, good lord. This is the ugly side of war people don't tell you about, especially in a insurgency environment. Probably the bloodiest
His handiwork is everywhere.
possible circumstance that you can ever find yourself in, as either insurgent or counterinsurgent. It's never a good day for anybody. There you are. Oh, crap. Nice broadcast where I was. Oh well, nothing I can do. Yeah, I believe that's a... I thought I could get a twofer. Answer is no. But yeah, there should be a barracks of some sort up here, or at least a quick response station. Because where there's a radio antenna, there's a headquarters. Where there's a headquarters, there's an armory. Hell yeah. All kinds of goodies. I don't know, just for giggles. Ooh, only 12 rounds. That's not really worth it. Well, I don't know. There might be something more downstairs. Um, does not look like it. Which is a real shame because I'm honestly a little surprised that they didn't make the FG-42 one of the in-game options. Because it's historically accurate, the German paratroops did fight in Italy in World War II, and in Sicily for that matter. There we go. That's a 2-for-1. Especially because the German potato masher, right? That was an offensive grenade. It was very much designed to have a lot of explosive force in a very small area, but it wasn't great at shrapnel producing. So it was really good for trench clearing and room clearing and fighting in very built up areas. The Germans did have their actual own like so-called egg fragmentation grenades, however. So it's not like they were completely without options like the Americans with their pineapple grenade. Oh my god, die already. Oh, shit. Now we're just gonna wait. Okay, let's see if I can lure him up. Doesn't look like it. Okay. So we're just going to do this then.
Hey, jackpot.
Oh. The other guy is down there. There we go.
Can't find anything else.
Much better way to clear things out. God. Frick. Come on. Oh, whoopsies. Almost out of ammo. Not a good day. There you are. How did I miss? Goodness gracious.
No more to find.
They just keep flooding in.
boss.
My goodness. What is it gonna take? Oh, there they are. My God. Damn officer. Goodness gracious, that took a while. All kinds of small detachments just running around causing chaos and mischief. Alright, so saying stop the truck. So we're gonna wait for this convoy to roll up. Because we have 2 mines and a pack of TNT. That should be enough. I hope. I pray. Yep. Oh, is it stopped? Oh, are they under fire? Oh, nope. They're coming along.
What's in that convoy?
and eliminating the entire convoy. There we go. Oh, that's unfortunate. Damn. Lesson remembered, rather. Wait till everything stops exploding. Yeah, so interesting fact about this, right? So they technically have three crew members: driver, gunner, and rear gunner. And since I have no desire to be eviscerated by a machine gun, I'm just going to let that thing die very happily.
This could be handy.
And recover my other ones.
This might
See, there we go. Now this should be the last explosion for it. Oh my god. Again? This thing just wants to keep blowing the fuck up. Good god. Screw it. I'm just taking a long way around at this point.
Nothing else to find.
Because something, I don't know what, is triggering this to explode.
This will come in very useful.
Because it should be done now. I'm not dying a third time, though. So I'll just be content with doing the long way around. for the time being. Because I still need to get into the encampment up the road, destroy that, and then tackle Rothbauer's mansion.
Hier ist er nicht. Aber ich bleibe nicht.
Gotta neutralize that big gun.
Someone got me good.
Guess I grabbed everything useful.
There we go.
Think I've grabbed all I can.
Definitely planked him. Ooh. I think that was it, actually.
Nothing else.
and the whole definition of insanity thing. Because every time I wandered up on the left-hand side of that, I always get blown away. So it's going to take a little longer, but we're just going to do this because I have no desire to restart for a third time from that particular point. So around and around we go. Oh my goodness, we still have people? And I keep missing. Screw it. We're going to easy button our way out of that one.
Can't find anything else.
My goodness. Dear Kirsten, if you're reading this, then my time may be up. I would like to kiss you once more, just once, underneath the chestnut tree. I'll see you again, my love, one day. Oof. There's one. There's two. Oh, shit, shit, shit. Those were definitely FG-42s. Nope. AP. Interesting. No, wait, no. Oh, that was a MKB, no wonder. Yikes, that was close.
No more to find here. Need to find out what he's carrying.
Bam. There should be one more explosion. Let's see now. They don't want to move for some reason. Hmm. There they go. They're gonna inspect it, make sure nothing's happening. Oh, whoops. That should not have happened. Holy crap. So the entire car is a TNT bomb. Okay. So that's all the encampments. That's the mansion done. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. Because now I need to collect intelligence. Alright, that's a truck, not a person. Because that should be the last thing I really need in order to make this work. Lovely stone walls. Actually, we're just going to top off an ammo really quick. Nope, there is someone. Hell yeah. Got his grenade somehow.
Bohm's insignia. Looks like I've struck gold.
So get to the town square and look for survivors. Okay. Pretty easy instructions. Assuming I'm not ambushed at the last second, that is. However, there are no survivors.
A massacre.
Okay. So we will at least try the Alagra Fortress mission. You've uncovered General Boom's plan to halt the Allied invasion of mainland Italy in its tracks. Remember, this is now on or about August 23rd, 1943. The missile attack will strike from Boom's fortress somewhere in the mountains of Alagra. You need to grab crucial intel, make sure none of the missile parts can be salvaged, and find some way of pinpointing the base for Allied bombers. I, however, am going to go back to old reliable, right? Because this sounds like an interior mission. So we're going to need to be really, really stealthy. Actually, let me check this, right? Yeah, the MKB is nowhere to be found. No, sorry, the FG-42 is nowhere to be found. That's a little disappointing.
Giavi Fiorini. The town's name will be forever associated with the massacre of the Allegron partisans. They fought bravely by all accounts, but stood no chance against the Nazi war machine. How could they? They'd walked directly into a trap. I couldn't find Sophia, the angel, amidst the carnage. But then many of the bodies were burnt beyond recognition. The partisans hadn't died in vain, though. Their sacrifice meant we'd been able to grab the intelligence we needed. Boehm knows about Operation Avalanche, the Allied plan to invade mainland Italy. If the fleet is attacked, the results will be catastrophic. The Nazis' grip on Europe will become ever tighter, squeezing the life from her. And there's something else. Something vital. USS Ancon is the command ship for Operation Avalanche. Which means the primary target is the Allied Commander-in-Chief. Baum is going to kill General Eisenhower. The strike will be launched from a Nazi base in the mountains of Alagra. With the partisans wiped out, Dinelli's mobsters are the only people capable of guaranteeing my safe passage through the mountains. Weaver is setting up a bombing run, but it's up to me to call it in. Maybe I can grab some intel on the Germans' plans for their new toys, as well as making sure nothing can be salvaged. In the end, it comes down to this. I have to stop those missiles.
You know, no pressure at all. So kind of the same old that we've been doing at this point. Now, it wasn't exactly uncommon for mountainous parts of Italy to still be kind of in winterish conditions. However, this would kind of indicate very far northern Italy, where like almost like
Darkness.
uh,
Gotta find a way in.
past the Apennines and almost into the freaking Alps, right? Let's see, right? Oh boy. So we got an enormous freaking bunker complex. This is going to be terribly difficult to successfully infiltrate. Yep, see, got another one. Oh, I saw someone down there. Oh, that's the officer.
This will come in very useful. Nothing else.
All right. So that's all taken care of and squared away.
That's all.
So let's keep trying to do this. See, now everyone's going to pop up. The officer's all the way back there. Radioman is closer. And then we got the two Jaegers, right? There we go. It's all been taken down pretty quickly.
Guess I grabbed everything useful.
See, that's another bunker, which argues for someone manning said bunker. Just like that, there is someone. Oh, there was another. Hmm. I don't know where he is. Can't really dwell on that though.
Think I've grabbed all I can.
Slow and steady. Oof. Already the alarm's out. That's not good. There we go. That at least is a little manageable to prevent flanking fire from one avenue of approach. Now, I need to go and actually secure this area. Because there's somewhere up there. There we go. sorry about that. So that's really all of the time we have right now. So I'm going to, let me see, how do I do this right? Oops, not it. I lied. Sorry. Did it? No. Let's see, what do I hear? Oh, goodness gracious. I ain't just screwing up by the numbers right now, people. Okay, so that's all the time we have. As I was saying, we are a little over. Actually, I'm playing almost what, 2 hours? That's a lot for me lately. So here's what we're gonna do instead. Let's see. Who do I have? Who's online right now? Yeah, we're gonna raid into Dandelion Days VT, a centaur detective VTuber. She is awesome. So we are going to start it off like this. So thank you for your time, and I will talk to you at some point in the future. Hopefully next Saturday, and we'll try and tackle the Alagro mission a little better next time. All right. Have a good day, everyone.